Everybody, welcome back to Kimball's Corner. I'm Kimball. Today we are going to continue on with part 2 of the Small Victories adult coloring book by Johanna Basford.
This is ugly. There we go. Okay,
but necessary. So that's as far as we got last time. Now I did add a little bit of yellow down into here.
Wait, you've cheated.
Well, it's because I came back to it like days later with fresh eyes. And I deepened some of the shadows, just like the tiniest of bit, and then I just added a little bit of yellow through the pink and green, just to add a little more interest.
Well, it looks good.
Nothing much. Nothing too crazy. And then I have...
Let's move this a bit closer to you, this little microphone.
You
just a second. Look at there, it goes like a little...
Oh, okay. Closer in.
There you go.
Yeah, we got it. Okay. We've got... Oh, God, which one's the right one? So this is the new list of colors we're going to be using today.
Take a screen cap.
Well, I mean, it's going to be sitting here the whole time. So.
Oh, okay. He's going to leave it right there.
Or it can sit right there.
Can we just staple it to your head?
This
or tape it?
Is how I was choosing. I was just picturing it stapled to my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really threw you off there.
And I'm like, why would you when it's going to be top down anyway?
I know, and we could use tape.
We have
a lot of washi. Go ahead.
A lot of people were just have asked how I choose my colors.
Your shirt?
What?
Your shirt color?
Shut up.
Okay.
Just shut up. Okay. So basically you can see right here, that color combo was not to my liking. So I just did that. You just experiment before you lay down the colors. That's all. I just went through and picked out the colors. Also, I did do my due diligence.
Okay, well, time out. I have to make sure that the live stream is actually going. So let's come up here.
Well, it says here that I'm live.
Let's hit it. I know, but I need to make sure there's actually audio. Let's just keep refreshing until it pops up. Any moment now. Doesn't come up. Isn't this riveting, you guys?
This is why people unsubscribe.
Ugh. Okay, well, I'll just keep doing this while I try to film at the same time.
Okay, great. So
if the camera goes down, let me know.
As you may recall, how am I going to know?
I don't know, if I go like this.
Well, the camera's down. Camera down. As you may recall, I did do this little...
Planning with John says you're live and there's audio. Thanks, John.
He knows what's up. Thank you. So I did my little color thumbnail. We're still going to play off of that. And we are focusing on this area here. I don't know if I'm in the shot or not. I'm like, yes, that seems great.
So you're doing the left buildings.
Yeah, we're going to focus in that little area. So we got the dark browns, a little bit of beiges, some pinks and purples.
Cool.
And then some, blues and greens and random colors. So, and I think we're basically using these colors throughout the rest of the piece. And that should be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Should we go to the top down?
We probably should.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to access the video, which still isn't showing up. Here we go. All right.
Oh,
now I'm going to watch an ad as I set up this
That's
camera.
fun. Rocky just joined the fun.
Multitasking.
Don't turn it off. We hate it when that happens.
I'll try.
You going to do it like that?
Help me.
Don't hit the button. Well, it comes out that way, so it's awkward.
Okay, I got it. I got it. There you go.
I helped.
I helped
by moving my hands away.
You guys, we've only been doing this for 5 years, and we have such a great system down, don't you think?
How do I do it? That's not right. Hold on. No, I'm doing something important here. We're helping hands.
Wow.
Okay, let's color. Stop being ridiculous, Rocky. People want to see the colors. I'm looking to see.
You're fine.
Where...
I'll take care of it. You just keep talking. I've got this. Don't do my job.
All right, so let's... Every time I say let's, I always make, let's get down to business. Should we start left to right? Why not?
Left or right?
So I even went...
So you're going to be coming in a little bit. I'm just going to crop some of this off so we can just focus on the area you're doing.
You're coming in a little hot. Hot, hot. Yeah, good? Is that right?
I think so.
So, these colors right here, I even wrote down for the light brown areas. And these are all Prismacolors, all the numbers are with Prismacolors. And we're going to focus on that little building, and we're just going to work our way across. And I'm just going to start dark to light. We're going to keep it really simple. We're going to do just dark shading on the bottom and gradate up to a lighter shade. Super simple. And I mean, I know it's tiny, this little area here. Oh, well, okay, we are going to shade under the roof because that'll cast a shadow.
Can I leave that there? Is that okay so people can see?
Why don't you just leave that there? Okay.
Well, I guess actually, you just deal with it. You're fine.
Oh my god! Oh, jeez. So mostly it's a grayish brown, but then I wanted to bring in some of the yellow kind of cream color. It's beige.
So Trisha says, hello, I've had a terrible time trying to find you. I think the gremlins are about. I had a really hard time finding it as well. I have no idea, but it was in a really weird spot.
Well,
so YouTube's definitely trying to help you out, Kimball.
No, it's not. No, it doesn't like me anymore.
Trisha says, I hope you're wearing your coat of many colors, Rocky.
Nope, it's too hot for that.
It is way too hot for that. But it's close enough that I can feel its presence. Does that count?
You're lucky he's wearing anything at all today.
It's not that warm.
All right, now we're going to do the dark... Well, yeah, we'll do the dark brown building first. Whenever I have, this isn't, the biggest... When you have a flat side of a building that you want to color one color, I always want to, scumble in some other colors, some shading and...
Scumble?
Scuff it up. Yeah, scumble.
Scumble?
Scumbling, Rocky.
Where is my Kimball dictionary at? I need to start
That's a
this
real
back up.
word.
Scumble is not...
Look it up.
Word.
Look it up.
Scumble?
Scumble. Scumble me this, Rocky.
Definition.
All right, starting with the darkest on the bottom.
Scumble means to modify a painting or color by applying a very thin coat of opaque paint to give a softer or duller effect. A thin, opaque coat of paint, shading applied to give a softer, duller effect. I've never heard that in my life.
When I want to do a scumble inside of a building, I want to do lighter and darker effects.
Have you guys ever heard the word scumble before? Please tell me it's not just me.
It's just you.
I'm really scumbling with this.
Oh my! See, you're not using that right.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom and spramp my face with some water, Kimball.
Yeah, you should. And then we'll do a little dark under the eaves. Are you looking up spramp?
Spramp apparently means another word for screwed, it says.
For screwed? As in dirty screwed, or I screwed the screw into the screw hole? Yeah, blank face. Yeah, we're coming up with the next lightest color. And I always go back over what I've already colored, just because it helps, it blends in the colors a little bit better.
Trisha says, yes, I have. It's just you. And then Planning with John says, only in art class.
They know what's up.
I wasn't in art class.
Did you ever take any kind of art classes?
Yeah, in kindergarten we did finger painting.
So...
And we had to put on those, backwards, looks like the doctor's gowns.
I meant, electives.
Oh, no, I didn't. I took, although my senior year, because we were only at school the first half of our senior year, and then we left, but during that first half, I had done so much summer school that entire first semester, I had only electives, except for one English class. So I had 0-hour choir. Then I have to take my headphones off because it's so loud. I had 0-hour choir.
Now you know what I could deal with.
I had teacher's aid, and then I had theater.
Teacher's pet.
And then and then English, and that was it. And then I could go home for the last part of the day. But I always newspaper.
And I always get so when coloring, I always get a little lazy with windows. I just color them solid yellow, and it's yeah, they're wasting electricity, but if their lights are off, I don't want a bunch of black dots on the thing, because windows are usually really dark.
I know. I'm really concerned about how energy efficient.
Yeah, well, they're floating in the sky, so they're sky powered.
Well, that's a lot of energy.
And yeah, just not really any thought into this. I just color them yellow. Plus, I just like having the little splotches of color throughout, brightens things up. And I could take it one step further and add a little glow around the window, but that's just asking too much of me. Can't be bothered.
You know, something I've been thinking about is so I'm looking at the demographic of the folks that watch our channels, so the new channel specifically. Mm-hmm. But it's very cool to me that there's...
Wait, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I just want to explain. So I'm using these two pinks for all the lighter pinks, and then this will go down as a base color for the darker roofs. So just if you're wondering, you see this pink, it's not going to be until I use it for the rooftops. Carry on.
Oh, basically, it was just fascinating to me that so many people of an older generation were coming to the new channel, because I was aren't I way too obnoxious for an older demographic?
Well,
I was I don't think they're gonna be into it, but
your grandma likes you.
She did.
Where is she?
It's
now?
all over now.
Yeah.
Love you, Grandma. Gram.
You really took a dark place.
Well, this is YouTube, so.
Yeah, so with the rooftops, I'm just dark on the bottom, and we're just going to make it lighter to the top. That's not actually correct in the real world, but it's a floating little village, so we do what we want.
Lovely.
I always have a hard time, not always, but a lot of times I have a hard time, taking my imagination beyond, when I was looking at this originally, I was these are going to be brown because they're rock. Like, that's just where my mind instantly goes.
Mm.
And so I'm like, why does it have to be brown? Jewels.
Trisha Brown. Is there a Trisha Brown?
That is Trisha's last name.
No, but is there a Trisha Brown in the actual color, like colored pencils?
Oh, no.
There should be. If you make your own set.
What about Simon Brown or Darren Brown? How many Browns do we know? Everyone that
Well,
literally...
Trisha's the only one that gets one.
That's
Sorry.
true. Okay, well.
By the way, speaking of like older demographics, I'm actually thrilled about that because Kimball and I always get along with older folks more for whatever reason.
Most of our friends are older.
Yeah, so it's actually cool. Like, I feel like it's really fun that like older people are coming in because I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I can relate better for whatever reason. Anyway.
I remember when Jane Davenport was coming up with new colors, and I tried to get her to name one Kimball Orange. She's like, yeah, no.
Oh my god.
Because she was like trying to come up with colors for an orange color in one of her things, and I was like, Kimball Orange sounds really good. What about Kimball Orange?
But she would, like, everyone in that group would definitely know that reference.
Well, I mean, it was during one of her live streams, so, you know, it's not like it was behind closed doors or anything. I'm not that privy.
But you never know. Your relationship could have just turned sour at any minute, Kimball.
Oh my God.
And then she'd have a Kimball Orange stuck in the range.
Oh my God. So.
That's all. Oh, this orange is suddenly discontinued.
Oh no.
Not that that would happen, but you know.
No. All right, starting with the darkest purple on the bottom, going around all this little stonework. And I'll probably take it up, yeah, probably just a third of the way, I suppose. Since I have 3 purples, I can do that. You know, if you could just keep it down over there, Brewer, that'd be great.
So what's new this week, Kim?
Well, we went to the garden center and got a nice... Well, we went to... Did we get it from HomeSense, the pot?
The pot we got from IKEA.
That is true. We were at HomeSense looking, and that's where I got the idea for like a bigger pot.
So we have 3 succulents that aren't huge, but they're getting huge. And
Well, it's more like 2 cacti and a succulent.
walk into a bar, am I right?
True.
And so we had them in 3 individual pots, and we were trying to find a larger trough thing that we could put them all into the same trough, and their root systems could all intermingle, and they could become friends.
Yay!
But yeah, we finally found one at IKEA that was kind of a pale bluish.
It's bigger than I thought it was
like
going to be
color.
in person.
If I had my phone, I would show you, but it's currently filming.
Yeah, when I saw it online, I was like, that's perfect. And then, like, visualizing it in my head with, like, the measurements that they gave, I was like, yeah. And then we got there, and I was like, well, it's a little bigger than I imagined, but...
It's good, though. It'll give them a lot of room to grow. And they've been growing very quickly.
Yeah. So we went and did that. Went to the garden center, got some soil and some little rock things. Oh, switched to, like, the medium purple now, just so you know.
We got these little rock pebbles that go in the bottom, and they're like volcanic ash things, but they look like Rice Krispie treats, and they weigh nothing. They like weigh less than the bag.
Don't breathe it in, because it makes you cough. Do you guys have Rice Krispies here? I don't think I've seen them.
Denise says, "Hey, you guys!"
Oh my god, I love it. I don't know why the first quote that comes to my mind from Goonies is Chunk when he's like, "I smell ice cream." Like,
the only quote I ever think of is, "Baby
Ruth." Oh my god.
And I'm like, "Andy, you Goonie." Like, that's such a random line to film. I'm sure when they were like, just do it, just film it.
Troy's bucket. Yeah.
There was a lot of scenes they cut from that movie that were really bizarre.
The octopus squid thing.
Yeah, there's like a whole scene with like a giant octopus that tries to destroy the ship at the end.
Just
gotta maintain some sense of reality, people.
Putting in the shadow. And then we'll go in with the lightest purple right next to that shadow and just color down into the gradient and just fill it all in.
Trisha says, I think the older gen like/love you because you are cute, quirky, and don't follow the herd.
Oh, that's a good thing.
We definitely don't. Yes to Rice Krispies. It's my favorite.
Yes, Krispies.
I always forget that Rice Krispies is with a K.
Is that something you think about a lot?
No, but I just saw it written out because Trisha wrote it. I was like, oh yeah, it is with a K.
But now, is it in the American section?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I laugh when I go to the American section in whatever store that has them, and it's like junk food and like processed food.
Yeah, in France it's the worst.
I think it's hilarious.
France is just like candy bars. It's like, and like weird processed things.
I'm just going to come in with white and kind of lighten it up a bit because it got a little dark. It's subtle, but it's a thing. What else did we get up to this week? Anything exciting?
What is happening?
We lost footage from a blog that we were trying to work with.
Oh, we started a Patreon. That was huge.
Patreon.
So that happened. So here's the thing. So on the other channel, there's like certain content that we film and stuff. I'm like, I just don't want to put it on YouTube because it's, I don't know, the videos could get dinged or whatever. Like just things, what, not like really awful.
Or maybe,
or slightly more sensitive, whatever.
Well, more so we might just want to do like a short video that's not really worth putting on YouTube.
Exactly. We might just want to do some extra content and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well, let's do a Patreon. I was really hesitant, to be honest, because I was just like, I don't want to do the same thing everyone else is doing. But we did it, and I was thinking we'd get like maybe 5 people over there, right? 17 people later. I was like, so I'm really appreciative, but now I'm like, oh God, I really need to like start posting on this other channel now. So we have just been filming like little bits here and there, and
I know I've been creating a little bit of art content. Rocky's been doing the footage content.
So it's going to be fun in the end. Like I think it'll be a really creative space, and we can do things there that we can't necessarily do on YouTube. Meaning like we can like post different types of things. It's aside from just videos. So it'll be fun. And I've also been thinking, I've done so much artwork for the channel, I realized, like just random graphic design things that I just want to I want to put everything into a book at some point and just have like a Rocky and Kimball book with just all the different like design things and Kimball's artwork, and there's just so many random like photo things that we could do. So I want to do that eventually. Even if no one buys it, I think it would just be fun to like do the layout.
When you have all that free time. I'm just coloring in all the windows because that way I can put my yellow colored pencil away. Because it's not used anywhere else. Oh wait, that's probably a door. We're going to leave that as a door.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So that was a big thing that we did this week. What else?
Yeah, like one of the things I'm doing is I'm doing a little, like every month I'll create like a new wallpaper, like a phone wallpaper for people to use. This month's one, it's not done yet, but it's one I have on my phone for now. Oh, isn't that just the cutest little thing?
Oh.
Is it in shot? There it is. There it is. So they'll have something to do with one of the videos that we upload. So
and
like,
I'll also be changing out the intros to our video to probably reflect those a bit.
So that'll be fun. It gets my creative mind going.
And then on the Patreon channel, I made a new intro, which features like a ton of Kimball's artwork, just because we have so much of it. He was opening up journals yesterday, and we were going through them, and there's just you guys.
He was looking for like a merman, because I draw myself as, if you know me, I draw my character Kimball Merman as like a merman. And he was like, do you have any like pictures of you as a merman?
Because at the end of the videos, I want to end with like FIN, like fin, but I want to actually have like a fin picture, like Kimball with, or fins. Me or whatever with fins, because I thought that was cute, whatever. I know it's cheesy, but I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Kimball, you're not working on that today.
No.
Okay.
You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me today.
I'm just calling out.
I said I'm coloring all the windows yellow.
I know.
So I can put it away.
You need to calm down, lady.
No, I can't, okay? My nipples are ferocious right now.
Oh my gosh. I was editing the video of we did like antique flea market vintage haul thing.
Yeah. And
Kimball and I sat down to like do a haul, and I totally forgot we had this discussion about buying these little
3 a piece or 4 for 10.
Yeah, there was
real quick. I'm not going to do shading with these. I'm just using them to color the stones. So yeah.
And so because we had bought these, we bought 4 of them and got them for £10. I was basically saying, hey, we got these for $2.50 each, and Kimball was like, no, they're 3 each or 4 for 10. And we have this like argument in this video. I was dying when I was editing. I was like, what are we even arguing about?
We have to argue.
We're talking about the exact same thing. It's just like how you word it.
Right. I just didn't want people to be thinking that they could go to that flea market and get something for $2.50.
Anyway. And then
unless they buy 4.
People have been writing me comments to just like laughing about that moment. And they're like, oh my God, you guys are arguing about the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like Kimball and I have one of those arguments maybe once every like 2 or 3 years. So I was so delighted that we captured it on camera.
It's like not even a real argument.
No.
But it's just who we are.
When Kimball and I have, if we have an argument, we move on pretty quick, and just like it's almost like we just immediately just move past it, and we're like, whatever.
I'm like, what were we talking about?
There's like just no more ego about it, really.
Yeah. I feel like they should be a little more brown, so I might come back over with a light brown and do some extra coloring.
Anyway,
I might be doing a little too particular. Wow. Speaking is hard.
You're so good at it.
Language.
Anyway, what are you guys up to? Enough about us. Anything fun happening? There's 7 people watching. I know you guys have thoughts. I know you have lives. You have emotions. Share them with strangers online.
Really put yourself
But don't
out
give them
there.
your password.
Oh my god. I still cannot figure out why Facebook, every time it's like, we're going to send you a passcode to, like, I don't know, access something in Facebook, and it sends it to my old American number.
American.
And I'm like, I haven't had that number for 2 years. Where are you finding this? Coming in with brown, because I just want to.
I still can't get over the fact that when people hear our accents, they're experiencing our accent like we're experiencing theirs.
Oh,
But
yeah.
to me, we have no accent whatsoever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so bizarre to me. The mental shift, or whatever you want to call it. My first day at work, there was some woman there, and she was like, "Oh my god, I love your accent." I was like, "My accent? What are you talking about?"
You're all, I dropped that sucker.
One of the first outings we did to London, there was a little girl. She's like, "Daddy." I was like, "Oh my god, it's like Mary Poppins."
Oh my god. When children speak, it's the cutest. Let's do this rooftop and like the little blue accents. I'll probably use white as well, but we'll see. I'm going to do dark up against the building. Just have it dark coming away just because it's fun. I don't know. Come away from me in the night.
Is that Nora Jones?
Yeah. No, it's French and Saunders.
Oh my gosh, I really want to watch some French and Saunders.
French and Saunders.
Kimball got my hopes up. He's like, Don French is in a new comedy or whatever, and then or like a new thing, and then we looked at it and it looked kind of like depressing. And I was like, that I'm not.
It was like something of Maggie Cole or something. I don't remember what it was.
It's basically about this woman that goes on and reveals all the town secrets on some radio show or something, and then everyone hates her after that or something.
That's the vibe I got from the little trailer that I saw. And I was
I'm
like,
sure it's more than that, but
right. I was like, oh, that doesn't make me laugh. And then it also has, is it Brian Heap, I think is his name? No. He plays Brian. I don't know if that's his real name, though.
I don't know his name. He's in everything.
Yeah. Plays her husband, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, he's also a funny actor, so it's just weird seeing them not being funny. Who knows, though? It might actually be hilarious, and it just showed the most dramatic scene of the whole series. You need to keep it down, lady. Well, there's not too many blue things, so that's good. Makes my job easier.
YouTube has this thing, by the way. So we couldn't find the videos we were trying to find. We went through every hard drive we have, every folder we could think of. It's nowhere to be found. So we have everything else except for like what we needed, basically. So I was like, okay, I'll just go onto YouTube and re-download the videos. Hopefully they'll be fine. So what happens when you upload a video to YouTube is it compresses that video into a more playable file, and it's more reduced quality slightly. So I download them. They look pretty crappy. I was like, great, this is the video that they processed. And I found out the only way you can access your original video that you uploaded is to download every video you've ever uploaded to YouTube. So tell me that's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
I mean, whoever does the UX design at YouTube, I could write a book about things they should change, because there's so many things that would be easy fixes. Am I going to do anything about it? No, I just want to complain.
You're so upset.
I just want to call someone at YouTube and be like, can I please just have a job? I'm just going to help you guys fix a lot of these things because I'm dealing with them every day. I'm sure a lot of people write them and say that.
And I'm sure they love it.
Trisha says, I like that series. It was quite funny. I think we're going to give it a try, probably.
Well, I mean,
We're just big fans of
okay.
Don French.
Yeah, well, and Mark Heap. Is that his name? Mark Heap?
Probably.
I don't know.
He plays Brian in Spaced.
Yeah, he also plays Jim, right?
Jim in
Friday Night Dinners. Yeah. Wilson.
Oh my god, he's so funny in that show. Karen says, I'm going to be 69 in September and I enjoy watching and listening to you. I find it relaxing.
Aww.
The artwork is wonderful to watch Kimball create. Thanks, Karen!
Thanks.
And happy birthday in September. That's a big year.
And a fun number to be.
I mean, am I right? Are you going to do anything fun for your 69th?
Well, let's not go.
It's a family channel.
Let's not get too detailed. To be inappropriate, Rocky. All right. So let's color this building her.
Karen, what should we talk about? What's the topic for the next 20 minutes? What should we cover? You get to decide. Anything you want. We're just gonna go off of that. I know it's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. I'm glad I'm not you.
The world's waiting.
We are the world.
It was really weird going to the little village where the Vicar of Dibley was filmed because it's not too far from our house. And actually,
I used the wrong color.
Whoops, Kimball.
Well, we're just gonna go over it.
And seeing the little village where it was filmed and like the little church.
It's called Turville, I believe.
And it doesn't look anything like you would think it looks from the show. It's really bizarre how things are, the angles of things.
Maybe it looks exactly like you would think.
There's a giant hill right behind like where Jim lives in that show, and there's a windmill up on the hill, just like things you would never see in that show. Kylie Minogue wasn't there.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Devastating. I saw Kylie Minogue on Kath and Kim, and I was like, oh my god, this is so random. She played like...
Is she popular in Australia?
She's Australian.
I thought she was English. Oh, maybe she's Australian.
Anyway.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, she is because, yeah. She
Oh,
was
no, that is right. That is right.
Because she was in Baz Luhrmann's film, too.
No, that makes sense.
It was all Australians.
So, yeah, she played Kim's grown-up daughter in, like, a flash-forward scene. It was so funny. Just like, that is... I don't know, that show was so
funny. Oh, my God, how random. Was Kim older? Did they give her old makeup?
Yeah. But, I mean, not much. It was only, like, 10... Or, I guess it would have been, like, 20 years.
By the end of this, Kimball, it has to be a village you would want to visit.
I already would. A floating village on crystals?
Yeah, but what if it was a poor color palette?
Well, I just judge them a little. It's fine.
Okay, Karen wants to talk about where Kimball's creativity comes from. I mean, I think we can all just acknowledge that it comes from me.
Yep, done with that conversation.
Where does your creativity come from?
I don't know.
Don't say DNA. Well, your family is pretty creative, though. Like, your dad, like, at one point was kind of creative. Your mom's a seamstress. She's creative.
Yeah. Comic books, I would say. That's where, like, my art journey began. It was, like, reading comics. Like, I loved the X-Men. Was
it one of the things where you, like, saw the comics, you're like, I wish I could do that? I want people to feel the same way about my artwork that I feel about that artwork, or, like, what is it?
I don't know. I loved that they told stories visually. That was always appealing to me. Because anybody can pick up a book and, read it, which I do every day. But to add the artwork just made it more exciting. Plus, it's always fun to, like, know, like, to see, like, what the author or whomever, like, what their characters look like and stuff.
Envisioned.
Yeah.
That was really hard for me when I read Harry Potter, because I was trying to envision the characters.
How many different ways did you pronounce Hermione?
Oh, it was always Hermione.
Hermione, or...
For the first book, I was Hermione. And then when I found out it was Hermione, I was like, well, let me just reprogram my mind. And then Hagrid. I called him Hagrid. The only names I got right were Ron and Harry.
Nailed it.
And Snape.
Sometimes I would say Hermione.
Yeah, Hermione. Hermione.
It was funny because JK was like, I thought that was just... Because it's, like, I guess a pretty common name over here.
Yeah.
And she was like, I thought everyone knew how to pronounce it. So she, like, added into the books how to pronounce it. I think it was for Victor Crumb.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. All right, working the way up. I might use, like, a gray on the roof. Oh, you know what? Let's not... We're not there yet, Kimball. Shush it. Gonna do this little strip across here, which is kind of all in shadow, but I'm just gonna do dark on the edges and have it lighter in the middle. And then I'll do a dark shadow across the top.
Kimball, 20 minutes of where your creativity came from.
Well...
You've still got 19 minutes left.
Oh, God. Well, a lot of it did come from comic books, but then obviously going to art classes and then learning about, like, masterworks and, like, the masters and... I mean, they like, affected me, too.
Do you think part of it was because you were, like, naturally pretty good at art and people were, like, saying nice things about it, and so that motivated you?
I didn't really think that I was any better than anyone else at my age when I started. But But for whatever reason, I did get compliments, and that was nice to hear, and that was like really motivating. So that pushed me a little bit, and I think I don't know. I think people like praise. So I think if
yeah, they do.
I was just like if everybody else got it too, I think they all would have continued as well. So I don't know. Sorry, it's hard to color.
You have to release
chalk.
your deepest emotions as you're coloring, please.
Oh God. I'm really not that deep emotionally. If you've seen the vlogs, that literally is me. I am a child that dances and sings around constantly. And if I don't get my way.
Or just judging everything I'm doing.
Well.
But lovingly.
Silently.
But lovingly.
Not butt loving.
What?
Butt loving.
What are you talking about? Get your head out of the gutter. Out of the butter.
This coffee is so delicious.
Yum.
But also, like, I wish I was more into fashion, because I'm like...
Well, you're more into it than I am. Does that count?
I mean, like, in art. Because, like, I've stopped drawing bodies, basically, because I hate coming up with outfits. But on occasion, I do draw.
What I think you should do is you should get really, really, like, good at drawing the human body so you can just, like, do whatever you want. Because I feel like sometimes there's certain things that you don't like doing because it's, like, a struggle and it holds you back or whatever. But I feel like if you could just overcome those things, you could do, like, crazy illustration pieces.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
You heard me.
Okay.
You heard me.
Anyway, I just put like a little pale yellow down. I'm probably going to go over these. I'm going to go over it lightly. And then I'll come back over with the yellow and smudge it in with this grayer color. I thought I would use this one, but probably not.
Everyone's on an artistic journey of some kind, whether they think so or not.
All right. I can get down with that.
In the same way that everyone's on an analytical journey.
But yeah, I would say a lot of my inspiration also, like, being in, like, an art group like Jane's, like, I see a lot of other people posting artwork, and whether it's, like, their color palette, the angles, pictures, hair, whatever, things, like, inspire me that way. And that's been a heavy influence on me the past few years, just because it's been fun focusing on faces, and because that's what I really like to draw. So why would I make myself do things that I don't want to if I don't have to?
Why do you think you like drawing faces so much?
Because you can kind of learn... I mean, if you learn the facial structure well enough, it doesn't have to be perfect, you can, like, change it up with bigger eyes, smaller eyes, change the angle of the eyes, bigger nose, smaller nose, lips, you can just, like, adjust all these little things, but it still kind of follows the same rule.
Okay.
Same rules as, like, facial structure. So...
Okay, the big question is, what do you feel is the... Wait, what was I going to say?
I don't know, it's a big question.
Oh, what's, like, the one thing artistically that you can't do that you wish you could?
That I can't do?
Yeah. Or that you just struggle with, or that you just want to be able to do better, but you can't? Or that, yeah, what's, like, a style you wish you could just emulate, or, like...
I would love to get work back with oils. Because I love, like, the richness and, like, the amount of time that you can work with oils.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the mess that comes with them. I did use water-soluble oils when I was in high school, and I loved those because, like, you could just clean up a little bit of soap and water. You didn't have to use, like, any paint thinners or cleaners and all that crap that comes with all the toxic stuff. And I don't really know how it is now. I just never looked into it after high school. So they might be wonderful to use. Sorry, I'm just picking colors, sweetie. Let's just do brown.
Trisha says, I'm at the stoplight on my artistic journey at the moment. It's about to turn green any minute, Trisha.
Just taking a little break.
I'm going to feed the Kit Kat.
Oh. Well, kitty. I miss having a pet around, but I don't think it would enjoy us going away as often as we do. Oh.
Yeah. I don't think they'd let us take our kitty to Thailand.
Yeah. I mean, it would probably just have to sit in whatever it's called.
I don't think I could ever put any animal under the plane. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, what is it called though? Like when
Cargo?
No, like
Boarding?
you get to the other place and it has to like
quarantine.
Quarantine, yeah. It has to sit by itself so it doesn't Get anybody sick. Or make sure it doesn't have any illnesses. All right. So this roof, we're going to lay down a base color to just darken the pink up a little.
And there was really loud thunder earlier today. Probably the loudest we've heard since we've been here. And it went on very long.
Mm-hmm.
Like normally thunder's like brrr.
Yeah, it
was
sounded like a really janky like lorry coming by the street. I was gonna say semi, but I don't think they call them semis here. And I was just like, is that a truck about to crash into a building or what? And I was like, Rocky, is that thunder? He's like, yep. And it's also weird because we have like random windows open in the house, so it's like I hear it from like all these random directions. Gonna use this to add a little bit of shading around some of the areas. I feel like since it's swooping, we're gonna do a little shadow in the center.
Swoop, swoop, swoop.
Easier to do it this way.
What's your favorite music decade?
I'm all from 60s to the 90s.
What happened after 2000?
I don't know, just those were the songs that I liked the most. I mean, like early 2000s too, but it progressively got like to music that I didn't love so much. It started sounding very similar because they were coming out with like new things and everybody was doing it. So a lot of music sounded similar, or else they would have like same producers doing albums.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I think music's so tied to our memories, though.
yeah. But I do. There are even like, I mean, not recently, but like, you know, in my early 20s, I discovered like Mama Cass and stuff like that, which
Nobody can tell ya.
yeah, which I really like.
There's only one song worth singing. Love that song.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta.
I love the movie Beautiful Thing. That's where I learned it from. And there's a character in there that is like obsessed with Mama Cass, and she gets, well, when she talks about it, she's like, she's got a really beautiful voice.
I think that was one of the first movies we watched together.
Yeah.
I think because you had it.
Yeah, and it's just funny because she gets really drunk and she thinks that she's Mama Cass for just a little bit.
Planning what John says, I love that movie.
That's a good one.
Leia.
Who's Leia? I need to watch it again because it's been a very long time. I don't like coffee.
We also
But I
love,
love coffee.
there's a movie called Trick, which we
Oh my
probably
God.
talked about before, but it has
It's the
Christian
best.
Campbell and
JP
BJ Novak?
J.P.
Or
Piddock.
no, JP Piddock, thank you.
BJ Novak from The Office.
Sorry, I'm thinking of, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Initials.
That movie we could probably watch over and over again. Tori Spelling's in it.
Tori Spelling. She is hilarious. I don't care what anyone says. She was so funny. And like in that movie, especially like her facial expressions and her attitude just
She
cracks me
embodied
up.
that role so much.
Catherine. Oh my God.
Planning what John says, did you say Trick?
Yep. So good. So good.
There's like a scene, one of the quotes is like, I knew you were different when I saw your hairy
Hairy
armpits. He's like, his girlfriend's like, yes, for the past 6, and she sounds exactly like Marilyn Monroe, this girlfriend, for whatever reason. She's like, I've been wandering around Paris topless for the past 6 months, and guess what? No one cares. Get over it, Rich. There's so many lines in that movie that Kimmel and I just, for like, irrelevant lines to daily conversation that we just have in our minds.
Oh, a little pea shy? Don't worry.
Oh, Miss Coco Peru's in that? Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Coming back in with the darkest pink, it was feeling a little flat, so we're going to amp up the shadows a little bit. I'm sorry, but I am pea shy. Do not stand next to me at the. I hate the trough urinals. Can I just say that I hate the trough urinals?
Even if I stand, because I always try to protect Kimball in situations where if we're going into a restroom at a truck stop or wherever.
The McDonald's on Oxford was terrible. Our feet literally stuck to the floor.
Yeah, it was a little crunchy. But I always I always try to like get Kimball a wall urinal, and then I try to take the one to his left, so like or whatever, you know what I mean. So no one's
He's very protective of me. Love it.
And then, the other day we were out doing art stores, We were doing art stores, and they have outdoor urinals
Oh my god.
right next to like where
So
they have
weird.
the Cursed Child play.
The Cursed
And I was
Child.
like, oh, I need to try this because for whatever, I'm not really, I don't ever get embarrassed about things, but like whatever, I don't know why I get pee shy around people, or I used to anyway. And I was like, do I still have it? And then I literally used one of the outdoor urinals. I was so proud of myself because
Welcome to
it's not an inside urinal. It's just like a bucket on the street, basically.
like,
you're going into. I know this is riveting.
welcome to Kimball's Corner.
Everyone's interested.
Well, and they had the similar. I like the ones in Amsterdam that are like little metal swirly things, and you like just kind of walk around,
Those are
and
cool.
then you can like use. I mean, you're still outside, but
I wish they had more of them, except for when people defecate in them. But.
yeah, that was gross. I was like, what is this? They didn't use it right. I'm gonna get some pinks. Listen, phone, I'm using you, and some green. We're gonna have to mix these colors a bit. Also, what's the series when... Oh, the Eating Out series. What's a ligabit? Oh my god.
There's also Adam and Steve, which has Chris Kattan and
Oh
Parker
my god,
Posey.
Parker Posey's so funny.
That movie is really good. I don't know. I don't know how popular it is, but I think it's so well done.
Yeah, there are a lot of movies we need to watch. Like, I have them all in DVD, but it's kind of annoying to watch DVDs because, we have to do it on the PlayStation.
Trisha says, back, what was the first film you remember going to and seeing in cinema movies? Mine was Dumbo, Walt Disney, and I cried because the mom elephant had a chain on her leg.
Yes.
John says, I haven't seen that in many years. What was the first... Apparently the first movie I was ever taken to as a baby was Star Wars. Because my dad was like, I'm going to see Star Wars. And I don't know if they just couldn't get a babysitter or what, but they took me to see it. I have a picture of me dressed up like Yoda. Like they wrapped me in a towel and like had a towel on my head and everything, so I look like Yoda.
I'm not sure what came first, but I have two movies
Chicken.
that... There's two movies that I remember seeing in theaters. I want to say Harry and the Hendersons. But it might have been Arachnophobia. So whichever one of those came out first?
I think Harry and the Hendersons.
And I hated Arachnophobia because then I had to check the toilet. I had to check the shower. Because, spiders.
I don't know what the first one I remember seeing Oliver and Company when I was a kid. And the reason I remember it is because my grandmother went with us. And it was me and my cousins and my sister. And there's a scene where it's a cat. And it gets wet and then goes over a drying vent or whatever, an air vent, and then its hair gets all poofy. And my grandma laughed so loud. My grandma Evelyn laughed so loud that we all got really embarrassed and like shrunk down in our seats. And people told that story for decades.
Well, you're telling it now.
Everyone remembered it. And so I just vividly have that memory of... Either I have the memory of it or I have the memory of us talking about it so much that I think I remember it. Anyway, what about you, Trisha? What was the earliest movie? Oh, wait, you said Walt. Oh, you said Dumbo. I'm sorry, you already gave us the answer.
But you're paying attention, so that's good.
I remember seeing Bambi, but I don't know if it was on VHS. We had those big, like the soft VHS cases that were all like the Walt Disney ones that were kind of like padded plastic or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I never really went to the movies too much.
Trisha says, "Oh, Arachnophobia. That was cruel." Well, I mean, John Goodman was in it, so
yeah.
Wasn't that Jeff Daniels was in it too?
Yeah. And yeah, that just ugh. I don't know. Well, I don't know, because when I was a little kid, I wasn't terribly scared of spiders. I definitely wasn't as scared of. I was definitely not scared of like bugs and creepy crawlies. But something happened. And I definitely got creeped out by them as I got older. Just the feeling of them like clinging to my body, just like, ew. Their little bony stick legs. Anybody else have any fears they want to talk about?
We're just really laying it all out. You guys, so our dental hygienist, we absolutely love her.
Our oral hygienist, yeah.
I won't get into details, but like when we go there, we literally have a full out therapy session.
Like I always tell Rocky, I'm like, because we don't always go to the dentist together. Well, like we used to, but like we would go to like separate areas because we had obviously different hygienists. But I always say like, Rocky, like going to the dentist is like going to the hairdresser for people. Like for me, like that's how I equate it to, because like we go up there and like we laugh and tell our life stories.
Well, this woman finished talking and we were done, and she's like, "You guys, I literally have never talked to anyone about these things. It's only when you guys come in." And I was like, I mean, I think it's different because we're gay.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's probably a safer bet to talk about certain things with us than I don't think she would talk about the things she was talking about with like a guy or probably other women
No.
even. So I think it's like,
I think she just really feels comfortable around us, which makes me feel good.
yeah.
She's lovely.
But I'm sitting there thinking, oh my god, if like their management walked in, they'd probably like
Join in the conversation. It's Jax.
I don't think so.
Come on, it's Jax. She totally would. I'm sorry, my coffee's just exceptional this evening. Let's just use, what are these? I think these are all French grays. We're going to use these to color in this little stack-a-magack up here. It would have been nice if I had like these exact colors that I wanted when I was laying out my thumbnail.
Trisha says, I remember Swiss Family Robinson. I had a dream about it that night. And it was in glorious Technicolor.
Ooh.
I'm sure I heard that you dream in black and white, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I've never remembered a dream in black and white. Someone also told me that like you never see yourself in dreams. But as soon as I heard that, like I started having dreams about like seeing myself in mirrors and reflections and stuff, and I could see myself vividly, so that was weird. Because then I was thinking about it, I was like, do I ever see myself in my dream? I don't go looking for myself.
I just don't understand why we couldn't dream in color, because everything is just about how we perceive it anyway. So like if you can perceive a color through like a visual light, why can't you perceive the way it looks when you're dreaming?
Who even figures this crap out?
I mean, who knows if they're actually right? I was telling Kimball yesterday, I feel like the brain is one of the most unknown things in the body. Like, yes, we know things about it, but like really, really people don't understand. Like it's so complicated that I just don't think we're allowed to fully understand like how it really functions fully. And I don't even think that we have a full comprehension of like what its like full purpose is outside of like what we can perceive and like the things that we see. Anyway,
it's for making me color.
That's it.
That's all I need it for right now. Pinks.
Kimball always talks about how he wishes the people who design theme park houses, like the cute theme park houses at Disney,
like
Universal, and all that,
Tiny Toon Land or whatever it is,
all that stuff. He's like, why can't they design houses?
I know, like make the world more whimsical. Come on, get on it.
It's called money.
Well,
money.
Tell you what, if I was a millionaire, I would be like, you can design this house and make it cute and whimsical and fun.
You could donate that money to charity, Kimball.
I am the charity now. This little house needs to be colored too. Let's see. I feel like...
I like that you've coordinated your notepad with the roofs.
What?
The notepad flowers.
Yeah.
Are the same color as the rooftops that
oh,
you're drawing.
That's... I meant to. Listen, track of mind. Light brown is... What are my colors here? 1070, 997, and 1072. 1072. Where's that? Is it in my hand? Yes. What one was I missing? Oh, 1070. I know what I'm doing. Let's put this little house down here. Dark at the bottom. Grade 8 up.
Grade 8 up.
And we'll just kind of do yellow all over, and then I'll go over it with like the lighter French gray to warm it up. Make it a little more brownish, tannish colored.
Heat is out.
I'm even going to come back and hit it with this brown.
If there was an actor who ended up retiring early that you wish would have kept doing movies, who would it be?
Well, have they already retired then?
They stopped doing movies. Anyone that you know of that you think of, they're like, oh, I wish they would have kept doing films.
Well, I kind of wish Angelina Jolie would still do more movies because she hasn't really done much.
Is she not?
Not that I know. I mean, I don't think she's retired, but she used to like have a movie every other year.
She's busy raising a giant family
Well,
and being Maleficent.
isn't she like? Aren't her kids grown yet? I don't know other people's lives.
Everyone's already graduated from college.
Probably. I mean, if all of our friends have college graduates. Yeah, freak you out.
Or at least
right?
high school graduates.
Or yeah, they're all in college. Which still freaks me out.
We're of the age.
Oh, I tell ya. I'm gonna color these in yellow E. I should have made the outer one lighter so it would not blend in with that house. Well, we do what we can. And now, ooh, it's a blue roof. Well, how do I want to do this?
What color blue is that?
This is Mediterranean blue. And I'm just following these little like things that look like lines where the maybe like tiles would be. Shadows from those thingies. And then we're just going to come back in with the light blue. We're going to add to that.
By the way, speaking of Coco Peru, I still think one of the funniest movies is Girls Will Be Girls with Coco Peru.
Girls will be girls.
I don't know
girls
if
will be
anyone out there has
girls.
seen that movie, but it's, I mean,
All the actors. in
there's
it
some
are-
rude moments in it, but it's,
Oh, God, for sure.
I don't know why, I just think it's so funny. And they did it on such a budget. And then apparently they were playing it at some festival, and someone from Skywalker Sound was like, "You guys need help with your sound." And then they came in and they liked the movie so much they came in and helped them with their audio.
As one does.
I just think it's so funny. Playing with John Says I Have.
Yeah, it's just funny that like all the actors in it are male, but they play the men and the women, which is very fun, right? Is his mom the guy with the tiny hum? Isn't his mom in it? But is that who plays the mom? Is that actually a woman? I don't think so. But I thought the whole thing was that there was no women in the actual movie.
No, his mom is like the main lady with the fake eye.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See,
I was like, what are you talking about?
it's been too long. I need to watch it. God, what was her name?
I feel like the main line from that is, "Oh, sleepy."
Yeah,
Like anytime we're
sleepy.
talking about something, Kimball's always like, "Ah, sleepy." And there's a poster in that movie from like the Boise Fairgrounds or something,
Oh my-
because it's where one of the main characters performed or something. So random.
And for those of you that don't know, that's where we were born.
And I was just thinking, I'm like, people don't have that context. I don't know why I said that. Girls will be girls, girls will be girls.
Always and forever. All right. Is that everything for today? Am I missing anything? I think that's it. What are we at?
How could this have happened?
Yep, it's been almost an hour. That's pretty. I'm doing pretty good on the timing.
That's called time management.
Good. Yeah, I'm good at
Do you
that
think next
sometimes.
week you're going to be able to finish all that, or do you need to do this one here? Oh, sleepy.
I can do that when it's fine. Everything's fine. We're all having a good time.
Well, Trisha wants to know how you would describe Boise.
Oh, well, it's weird because, like, when we were there, it was much smaller, like when we lived there. And then we moved away, and we've only been back a handful of times over the past 20 years. And it's definitely grown, and it's gotten way too expensive for what it is. But it's beautiful. It's clean. And it's, like, near, like, mountains and rivers and waterfalls and all that beautifulness. But I'm not a nature person, so that doesn't
Are
really...
there waterfalls?
I'm sure there's one or two out there somewhere.
I don't know of any.
There's sand dunes. There's got to be waterfalls.
Okay. It's the city of trees, so there's a lot of trees there. There's a really pretty river. The people are pretty friendly. I mean, it's like any other city. You have ups and downs. There's, some nice areas. There's some dodgy areas. But, I mean, by and large, it's a pretty safe city. And then there's a lot of sprawl. So there's a ton of cities just next to Boise that's all kind of like one big area. So there's a place called Meridian and Nampa. And they're all just like...
they're kind of coming together, though, but they're
Yeah.
different cities, but it feels like one, like they're connecting them now, so.
But like the downtown area is really nice, and they have done a lot of renovation down there, and It's very like walkable city if you're in the downtown area. But if you need to get anywhere else, you have to kind of rely on cars.
Yeah, public
The bus system
transport
isn't
is
great.
not good. I mean, it might be improved since we were last there, but there's no like metro or anything like that. It's all buses. And a lot of transfers.
I'm trying to think of how else I would describe it.
I mean, I would live there again. I just can't afford it.
/ like, I don't feel like there's enough to do.
Yeah, but again, I mean, I have family there. You have family there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like my life.
Same reason why we moved away from the U.S. was just because we were there for so long that we wanted to experience new things. So I feel like if we went back to Boise, it would be like, well, we're here for 18 years. Let's spend more time.
Yeah, I feel like if we went back, it would be fun and new for like a year. Like the random getting to hang out with the family whenever and the family outings, which isn't necessarily my favorite. That's no secret, so yeah.
Trisha asks, is there any industry? Yes. So potatoes are a huge thing there, and for a long time, J.R. Simplot was one of the biggest manufacturer of potatoes.
Is
I
it
don't
Morrison
know if they have them
Knudsen?
here. Morrison Knudsen's another big one.
Like the paper plant and
There's what is the paper place? Idaho. There's a paper company there, and there's also
I mean, this is all stuff that
Albertsons headquarters there, which is like a major U.S. grocery retailer.
it's all stuff that like we would never have really paid attention to because we were kids when we were there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But there's no automobile industry or anything like. I don't think there was a lot of steel work or anything like that. I think it was mainly
Ew, I can hear that rain coming down.
those things. Is it?
Can't see it out the window, but I sure hear it on the rooftops. We're gonna make it a little shiny, like it's a tin roof. Rusted. See,
I think if anyone's ever interested in visiting Boise, it's fine.
it's fine.
I think if you're from England, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my personal thought. Like,
All right. We're gonna do that a little bit next week. Probably another something too next week because that doesn't seem like it's gonna take too long, but it might.
you never know. You have the whole background to do too.
Oh well. I might do the background off camera. Just like it's a lot of work, and it's gonna be a lot of turning the book and a lot of pretending like I know what I'm doing.
All right, I gotta get the camera. Sorry.
Get the camera.
There we go.
Don't be sorry.
Now we're stationary, kind of.
I'm going to just keep all these pencils out because I'm pretty sure I'm using them all for the rest of the thing. So we got, bam, that much done. You just saw it, but I'm holding it up now, so it's different and new.
Isn't sugar a business in Idaho? Yes. In the city of Nampa, there is a sugar beet factory that just smells so lovely. Yes.
There's sugar in Baltimore too, right?
Yes, Domino sugar.
Domino sugar.
There's sugar everywhere. Sugar and corn.
America! Yay! Yeah, so,
Go ahead, Kimball. You can do it. Go ahead.
we're done coloring for today. It's raining and storming, so that's exciting. Gonna probably go watch, what are we gonna watch? We gotta watch Tyler and Todd. Trisha, I think you told me about them, so thank you. Oh no, actually I think it was Catherine.
Someone told us about them.
From the States. Someone told me about them, so thank you. So we'll probably go watch them.
I'm going to edit.
Someone watch it by myself.
No, I'll watch it with you, but I need to come back and edit.
Wow, really throw me a bone there. That's great. No, I love hanging out with you too.
There's your delicious coffee. Do you pretend it's from Starbucks when you drink it?
No, I just got this cup because I used to get discounts when I used to go in the States.
Not sponsored.
No. But if you want to, I'm going to say no. All right. That is it. We are done. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. I hope you colored along, whether it's this picture or something else. And yeah, we'll see you next week and we'll finish this up. Maybe I'll do the background like during the week so we can all just see it. Maybe I'll do like a speed video and upload a short or something. Or maybe I'll just completely nix it and whatever. Right. What is up with you? Why are you being
I just wanted to say hi, and like I was just listening to you talk and was just like,
This is you listening.
All right.
So thanks, everybody, and we will see you next week. Bye.